and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, right? So first and foremost,
he break it down.
What's the Lord doing? When you go to Revelation 7, right? It said basically, don't destroy nothing until it's been sealed.
Right, Revelation 7.
It's sealed. So before this destruction come, the Lord is basically gathering together the ones who He's going to save, the ones who He's going to redeem, the ones who He's going to give salvation to and show mercy to.
Yep.
All right. First and foremost, and that's who? The ones in these small sanctuaries.
Exactly.
Whether in all the countries that we've been scattered to.
Yep.
Brothers and sisters that are listening, that are getting down, that are preparing themselves spiritually and mentally for the time to come. That's this their part of this, because we're crying and sighing.
Yep.
For we consider the times we're in as being abomination.
Exactly.
We're not with it. Because you have our people that are with this place, man.
But brother, where's the pastor sighing and crying? You know those suit tie wearing pastors?
They're down, they're getting money, man.
Yeah.
They're getting money, they're getting food from Esau's hand. Alright? Because this is what they believe in, this is what they're investing in.
Yeah.
They're not building on treasures in heaven. They're building on treasures here. Because they don't believe in the kingdom of heaven really and truly.
And really they don't believe at all. Because really, if they really believe it. I was bothering that one guy, man. He walked away because he knew I was talking about him, man.
Nigga repentance.
You had to walk down. You had to get inside that train, man. To get to
Yeah, some people just get on my nerves, man.
You know, the wicked. That's why you know the wicked flee when no one's pursuing him.
Yep.
He's wicked, man.
Let's get out of here, man. You ain't trying to hear what we gotta say, man. You here to make money. Make your money, man. Make your money, man. Don't come up here. But yeah, man, like I was saying, man, a lot of them church guys and pastors, they don't believe in what they doing.
Yeah.
Because don't the scripture say, freely give and freely receive? If you receive this word freedom, you should freely give it. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, she's Latino, man.
He's not a defender of the gospel.
Nah, he ain't a
defender of the gospel. You when they hear what the adversary is saying and cut out what they're saying with the knowledge that you have. He ain't about to do that because he don't know shit.
Yeah, he don't know anything, man. Okay, he can know something, but he gotta walk the right walk. He gotta walk the walk we walking, man.
Right.
Where you going, bro? Yeah.
Verse 5, right? So the elected being sealed. And it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women.
Yeah, well, you know what, though, brother, you can actually you can read down and get the one where it says, I've sent the Assyrian against Israel or something like that. Roughly paraphrasing it. But yeah, the Most High is going to pretty much set up these death angels to compass, the realms of our people and take them out. Because that's what they're going to do. All of these different Blackwater soldiers, whatever you want to call them, okay, them SWAT team soldiers, all right, they're going to come down hard.
Right.
And when they come down, they're just going to kill you on the spot. They're going to kick down your door, all right, get you down on the ground, and if you resist, if you show any level of resistance, they're going to shoot your head off, man.
Because what you niggas and Latinos go understand, let's say you Jakes out there go understand is, we have no place in Esau's common world. Esau's plan is to get rid of all of us. Even down to the average Jake, it's called Project Megiddo. We're in time of tribulation or something like that, gather up all blacks into concentration camps, man. So their agenda is really to get rid of us.
And it's not just Jake that's going to be put in concentration camps, they're going to have crackers in there too. A lot of them are going to be everybody's going to be in a concentration camp. But like the brother is saying, he's correct on that, because the main agenda and goal is to get rid of Israel. That's in, what is it, not just Project Megiddo, but you also have it in agenda, what is it, 84? Agenda 84. Rex 84. So I stand corrected. So that's the agenda. The agenda is to get rid of Israel. That's always been the agenda. Okay? But the point of the matter is, like I said earlier before, I could give a damn about the majority really at this present moment. My curious is those that believe. So if there's a brother out there that's watching these videos and they coming from out of the world, hey man, shalom to you. But the Negro that don't want to repent, whether he's a thug on the street or some uppity crust Negro that think he better than somebody, if they don't want to repent, they're gonna be destroyed.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay? Yeah, you got something. He's looking at it.
Sorry, one second. Yeah, right. Look, stop it. The word Megiddo means final battle.
Right.
Wow, man. So,
From the word Armageddon.
yeah, it's final battle.
I'll tell you what, let me finish this and you can go for it. Yeah.
Isaiah 10 verse 5. O Assyrian, the run of man
That's the one I
anger,
wanted. Right.
and the staff in their hand is man indignation.
Yeah, because when you read about the ancient Assyrians, man, they were hard against Israel. All right, they came hard against them. In so much so that the Israelites were afraid of the ancient Assyrians. So the Most High is going to put that same power and might on Esau, those soldiers, and blow Jake away. And Jake is really going to be in fear, because Jake already feared Esau already. But the Most High is going to intensify that spirit of war on Esau, and Esau's just going to get the killing, man. As he did back during the time when they came as the Spaniards. So that warlike pillaging spirit is going to come back on him. Just so that this can be fulfilled and that these Negroes can receive judgment. Because we done told them, look, repent. And we did it by using the word of the Lord. We didn't do it by our own understanding. All right? They've known the way to repentance and they didn't seek it out. So what's going to be the other route? The other route is going to be the path to the destruction. Right?
Right. It says, I will send him against an hypocritical nation.
Right, I will send him against a hypocritical nation, because our people, they believe, but they want to take bits and pieces and act as though that they're actual children of God when they're not. They're the children of the devil, man. I mean, naturally they are the children of God. Naturally, let's just put that out there. But when it comes to walking the ways of the Heavenly Father, walking that walk, the walk that we're walking, they're not doing that, man. So in other words, figuratively speaking, they are the sons and daughters of Satan right now. Go on, brother.
And against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge.
Right, and against the, read that verse again. I don't want to get it wrong.
And against the people of my wrath
Right, and against the people of my wrath, go on.
will I give him a charge.
Well, I give him a charge, so the Most High is going to give him the green light to just pretty much put the murder game on his house. The whole house of Jacob, man. Not the whole house of Jacob, but pretty much the majority of Jacob. Keep on. He's eager to read, man. You can tell by his spirit.
It's cool, it's cool.
Go,
The spirit, man.
The zealous, you got the zealous spirit on him.
To take the spoil, alright? So your goods. And to take the prey, which is us.
Yep.
And to tread them down like the mile of the streets.
And there's legislations that they're written down to take your goods out of your house. You're gonna have to start going back into that already. So you have the what is it, the Blizz Act, which was I believe it was stamped in around the early 2000s. And when you read about it, it talks about how in an hour of martial law or an emergency, they can take all of your guns.
Yeah.
Okay, they can take you.
National Defense Authorization
Right.
Act.
Anti-recording act as well.
Right, so I think it's 2004, right?
So take all your seeds, everything like that.
Yep.
Seize your goods, your house,
Yep.
your land.
Yeah. So through the spirit, if anything, I'll probably go back into that. Probably like next week or so, Lord willing. But yeah, that's what they're going to do. So everything that Esau is going to do, or what's going to happen in the future, it's already written out. So we're reading the scripture of life. So when people say, oh, the Bible is just a bunch of bollocks or whatever, they can say what they want to say about it. Because like I've said earlier before, and like I've said prior before, this week and other weeks and throughout the years, it's only about the elect. The Bible is only for the prophets or the elect to understand it. This is why people have Bibles in their homes and in their houses, and they can't understand it. Okay, and it's not their fault because they don't want to understand it. It's just that the Most High haven't given that ability to understand it, or the spirit to understand it. Okay? Yeah, so read what you got.
Yeah, because all of this is judgment, right? But the elect don't have that mark
Yeah,
of...
brother, you have to, if you go,
Oh, select.
Yeah.
And this is Psalms 91:7. A
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Yep.
Only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
You know what that reminds me of? Ezekiel 9:4 is the brother just read. Come not near the men that have the mark.
Right.
That's what that reminds me of right there.
Because they're exempt.
Because they're exempt from judgment.
The what?
The what? Exactly.
And it's like, during the time of Exodus when we were preparing to leave, that's what you think something called the Passover. That's literally the Passover. That's literally the Passover. And Ezekiel 9:4, that's also the Passover. That's the Lord coming with them death angels and wiping out the niggas that don't have the lamb's blood on their forehead or on their doorpost.
Exactly.
Right? Because the Lord gave Moses a command to go to the children of Israel and say, listen, get a lamb without blemish, slaughter it, and put its blood in the doorpost.
Yep.
When the spirit, then the death angel comes through, he's going to kill the firstborn of every house in Egypt, okay, that hasn't done so. That's a command. So right now, all of us are commanded to do the Lord's work.
Exactly.
And that's the Lord putting that mercy, that lamb's blood is over us.
Right.
The lamb's blood is over us. So when the time when the death angels come through, the Lord is gonna be with us, man. We're gonna be delivered from all the troubles. And like I said, like the brother just read, we're gonna be taken up into that chariot, man.
Exactly.
We're gonna see all the 10,000 and 2,000 of the niggas being destroyed on either side. But we're gonna be exempt from them.
Exactly. Right? And it's gonna bug certain brothers out, man, when they see that. Because when you see a multitude of your own people being destroyed, man, it's gonna bug you out. But you gotta also understand and know that, look, don't lose your cool, because if you lose your cool, and you fall into the other side, man, you're gonna be consumed by the lions. Okay? Because Esau's gonna come back as a lion this time around. All right. When he actually set those soldiers, those SWAT team guys on the street, all games are up, baby boy. All right. Jacob's gonna know it. Everybody on this planet is gonna know that great judgment is now hitting the planet. So what you got? You had something,
This Ezekiel 21:9, and it says, "Son of man."
I like that one as well. Come.
It says, "Son of man, prophesy and say, that's what Yahweh say." It says, "Son of man, prophesy and say, that's what Yahweh say, a sword is sharpened."
Right, a sword and the sword is sharpened. How is the sword and the sword sharpened? Because what you had throughout the years, you had you've had a group of what is it, man? You've had a group of police forces out there, or military forces, right, that have been training all the way up to the point where on how to approach the people, okay, and all the way to the point where when it reaches to that point when they have to come up against the people, they're going to be ready to come up against the people because they've already sharpened themselves, they've already prepared themselves to run up against the majority of the people. All right, they understand guerrilla, war tactics and all that. Okay, they understand how to use force against the people in multiple kind of ways that they can.
Urban warfare.
Right. What's that, brother? Urban warfare. Urban warfare. Ezekiel 7 where it says the end is coming. Yeah, so continue on.
He said, it is published that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Right, should we then make mirth? Should we be in a happy go figure spirit? No. We should be in a state of mourning right now, man. We should be prayed up, listening to the apostles, watching the videos, and getting in that spirit, man, paying the tithes, all of that stuff, man. So that we can be exempt from that overflowing waters of judgment.
It says, it containeth the rod of my son as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled this sword is sharpened and it is verbed to give it into the hand of the slayer.
Right, so the government is going to be able to use the SWAT team as the sword to pretty much beat down the people of Israel, ultimately. Because that's why when you read the scriptures, it speaks about, what is it, Jacob's trouble. Everybody else is going to be a part of the trouble, obviously, but this trouble is only be based on Jacob. That's why it says Jacob's trouble. It's only going to be based on Jacob. All right, so the Lord has made Esau sharpened to the point where when that time comes, they'll be ready to get rid of the house of Jacob.
Right, right. Esau, because right.
That's how this thing is going to play out.
Right.
All right, he has what? Furbished the sword, sharpened it, and given it to the hand of what? The slayer. Who's the slayer? The so-called white man.
Esau, right.
He was given the blessing, wasn't he? The sword.
Right.
This, as he said it, as he says it himself, the same. You live by the sword and you will die by the sword. Okay, so the power of Esau is going to be shown on that day. And Esau is going to come down carnal now. But see, the thing with Esau now, Esau is playing psychological mind tricks on the people.
Trying to make us think that we're the bad.
Right. But see, what's going to happen is Esau is going to be carnal now. You see, you see us, right? We're spiritual. You have to be spiritual. What we do. Esau, he's playing psychological tactics. But it's going to come a time where Esau's just going to go straight to the throne. He's going to get carnal. He's going to put that psychology down, and he's going to get the pretty much killing, man. Going, bro. And you know what as well? It's like us, right? We're spiritual, like I said before. But it's going to come a time where we're going to get them bats, the Warhammers, right? And we're going to get the bashing skulls, man. You know, you see those video games, right? You know, you'll see certain characters with the Warhammer, right? That's what it's gonna be, man. All right, brother's gonna have the big gigantic swords with different spears, and we're gonna get carnal too.
Yeah, we're gonna have a sword like
you're gonna have a...
You're gonna slash like 20 people with like one suit, man.
Yep. You're gonna have them big gigantic swords as well, man. So it's gonna come a time where Esau, he's gonna put down the psychology and get carnal.
Right.
And then we gonna get carnal too. All right, go on, brother. And when we get carnal, man, the world is gonna remember what we did.
This is Psalms 149 and 6 says, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand."
Exactly. So that's showing you right there how we're gonna get carnal. And what are we gonna do with that two-edged sword? We're gonna be slicing and dicing. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're not gonna just be holding them and putting them somewhere just so you can look at it. No. We're just gonna hang it up on a wall and it's just gonna be there. No, we're gonna use them backwards. We're gonna literally put it to use. And when we put that bad boy to use, there's gonna be blood all over the damn place, man. Go on.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen,
Right.
and punishment upon the people.
Yeah, because vengeance is going to be in effect. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, it's going to be our blessing against, it's going to be Jacob's blessing against Esau's blessing.
Exactly. But see, Esau's going to get carnal with his blessing first, and then once Esau's wasted himself, he's going to trot him down. And the other peoples too.
And he's wasting his ammunition.
Exactly.
So you're gonna hit him with the M16s and the machine.
Yeah. But it ain't going to be no M16, brothers. It's going to be swords.
Yeah, spiritual. Man.
You can actually feel, like you can actually feel the soul of a man come out of his spirit with that sword, man. You dag that man up with the sword, and you can feel the spirit lifting up his body. So we're going to be able to experience what it means. Yeah.
Like brothers are going to be actual murderers, man. Most God's raising up straight up murderers in the town to come. Not in a righteous way. Brothers don't know what it's like to kill someone. We don't know how to kill them and women, children.
Yeah, man. And Yahweh Shah, he's going to be the main one doing all of the violence. He's going to go ham on the majority of the people as well, man. So it's going to be nothing but darkness. And what we're talking about is the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is a day of darkness and no light in it. Because judgment has to reign supreme. There's too much nastiness out here in this world. So judgment has to come about, man. This ain't no happy go figure thing. Like them Christians like to go talk to you about. God is all love. God ain't all about no love, man. God is going to show the other side. Go on, bro. We reading about it. Read that.
The book of Isaiah chapter 34 verse 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood.
Right, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. So the Most High is going to putting a lot of death out here, man. That's what we reading about in the Bible. That's the Bible. We're not reading all the book. We're reading the same Bible that you see up in the courts. Go on.
It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats.
Yeah, and the blood of lambs is fitting to be speaking of the people because it's going to be a great sacrifice.
Right.
Go on.
With the fat of kidneys of rams.
Yep.
For the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah.
Right, and Bozrah is the land of Edom, which is America. Modern day America today, because that's where most people are going to be destroyed at.
That's just
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right, in the land of Idumea. Where is the land of Idumea? When you see an elk of Edomites, you're in the land of Idumea. When you see a whole crowd, a whole heap of Edomites controlling this land, that's the land of Idumea. We're in the land of Idumea right now. Okay? So anywhere Esau is at, that's where the astronomical judgment will be.
What's that perception?
Isaiah 34.
You finish.
Yes, fine, it's fine.
Okay, go on.
It's Isaiah 63 in 1, and it says, Who is this that cometh from Edom
Yep.
with dyed garments from Bozrah?
Right.
This that is glorious in his apparel,
Yep.
traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Right, traveling in the greatness of his strength. And we just read that before. Okay, that's the spirit. Go on.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Right, mighty to save.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat.
Right, because the wine fat, he's going to be the wine vessel. So when you're treading on grapes, what happens? The gut of the grapes is going to come upon you. So that's pretty much indicative of the blood that the Lord is going to shed. Man. So when they say, oh, the Lord, he's going to come back and handing daisies and lilies and strawberries and lottie ices to the people, he's not coming for that, man. He ain't coming to do that. He's coming to bring complete astronomical, catastrophical death on the planet, man. And it's going to be something like you've never seen before. It's going to be something severe than the movie that you've seen, man. All right? It's going to be the day of judgment, man. With children, women, grown-ass men, they're going to be put to death out here. And the reason for that is because they're sinners and they don't believe and they want to do their own thing. All right? Go on.
It's Isaiah 66 and 15, and it says, For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
Right, the Lord will come with fire. I thought God was going to be about all love, man. It says the Lord will come with fire. Oh shit. Nah, brother, that's not in the Bible. Is that scriptorial? I don't want to hear that. I can't hear that, man. I don't want to hear that. Read that again.
It says, For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
Right, the Lord will come with fire. Go on.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind. So when the Most High comes, we now we understand and know what the purpose of God is. On this side of the spectrum, we know exactly what the purpose of God is, and the purpose of the Most High is to bring complete judgment on the earth, man. To wipe all of this confusion and mess out of here. Okay? All of this confusion, man. You got these grown-ass men out here, man, acting like children. These women out here just doing whatever they want to do because of the conditioning. All right, the social conditioning amongst these people. All of this nastiness and filth is going to be eradicated off the face of the map. It's going to be gone, baby. Gone.
To render his anger with fury.
And to render his anger with fury. Go on.
And his rebuke with flames of fire.
And his rebukes with flames of fire. Then you got these women out here, they got plastic surgery done. They got their lips done. They fake. They got the makeup on. Everything is fake, man. Even that's going to be destroyed out there. Even that's going to be destroyed, man. That's all fake, man. That ain't real. Go on, brother.
For behold, it says, For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Will he plead with all flesh? Go on.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Most High power, Yahweh, is going to be many. So there's no love in that. No love in that whatsoever. So this is why we have to be complete in this truth and make sure that we're praying, we're fasting, we're paying our tithes, and we're doing all these different things, man. So we can secure our salvation. Do all these things to make your calling and election sure. All right? So you got to be diligent. Yeah, read that.
For behold, Isaiah chapter 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
You just read that already.
Oh, you just got that? Oh, so like this, so like this.
You can read it again. Read it again.
Ezekiel
Alright, yeah,
Ezekiel 7 verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, also thou son of man, thus saith the Lord God unto the land of Israel,
Right.
an end. The end is come.
Right, the end is come. Going
Upon the four corners of the land.
Because I mean, when you read Ezekiel the 7th chapter, it talks about the land. It talks about Israel, but we can read this and apply it today. Because the end, we already at the end of this world, man. If you can't see it, then I don't know what to say, man. You just block from reality. You're in the depth of la la land. Go on.
Now is the end come upon thee.
Right, now it's the end come upon you. Because see, Esau and these other nations, they never considered that there would be a day and a time that the end will be right around them. They've never considered this, man. But they will see it, and then they're going to consider death. Go on.
And I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways.
And I will judge thee according to thy ways. So even the 2/3 are going to get judged according to their ways. As they got judged during this time, right, or in the future. Okay, a little, what is it? A little after the time of Ezekiel, when he prophesied about the judgment, it's going to play out all over again. So no nice days and times are coming back. Great Britain won't be restored back to its excellency as it used to be. The great all-American Babylonian system won't be restored as it used to be. The good old times are not coming back anymore. We're coming into some bad, terrible times, man. And it's up to you to get right, man. I know that the Lord controls all things, but we have to play this life out. But I'm just saying, it's up to you to get your ass in gear and learn this truth. And don't be a sideline or cheerleading individual. Go on.
And will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And mine eye shall not spare thee.
Right.
Even will I have pity. But I will recompense thy ways upon thee,
right,
and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh.
Right, and they're gonna know that there's a higher power. Because if you look at what our people are doing, man, and the way their way of code of conduct and the lack of decorum, I mean, they're an abomination right now. So because of their abominable ways, all of that is going to ricochet against them, and it's going to conjure up a time for judgment. That's the end result, man. So what time is it now? It's 8:30? Oh, okay, it's 8. You know, when you're going to leap out the hip, right? Yeah, so that's exactly where it's going. It's all going towards, I mean, all of the evils that our people are raw, it's all going to go towards their judgment. And the Most High is going to judge them for everything that they've done. Because see, we could talk about Esau all day, every day, because we know what judgment's coming for him, but we also got to talk about Jacob. You know? Yes, so we don't.
Ezekiel 7 verse start 2, yeah? Ezekiel 7 verse 2. Also, thou son of man, thou saith the Lord God unto the land of Israel, an end. The end is come upon the four corners of the land.
Right, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. That was back then, but now it's a new thing. Now it's just going to be the four corners of the earth. Because it's like I said,